I'm playing something almost every week, and sometimes I want to talk about it. It's time for a quick hit review. Or a vertical slice, if you will. So stick with me for some lightning reviews. This week, on the chopping block. This week I've been playing Apex Legends on Xbox One. Those who follow my content will recall I spoke of this game a few videos back. To give some background, my friend and cameraman moved away several months ago, but prior to that we would meet up and hang out every week. With life dragging us kicking and screaming in opposite directions, we endeavored to maintain a means to hang out each week. Apex Legends has become that means, and what a means it is. Developed by Respawn Entertainment, Apex Legends is a squad-based hero character battle royale first-person shooter set in the same universe as the Titanfall series, and before you ask, no, there are no giant mechs. There is a robot hero you can play as, but he's basically the robot equivalent of Spider-Man having just gone through an academy on good manners, and he's just one of 12 playable heroes you can select with unique abilities, traits, and playstyles. Anything from tanking damage and providing cover like Gibraltar, healing and support like Lifeline, mobility and speed like Octane and Pathfinder, and those made to disrupt and lock down opponents like Crypto, Watson, and Revenant. Like many Battle Royale games, you get dropped into currently one of 2 maps and are left to your own devices to find weapons and equipment. Anyone familiar with Call of Duty's or Titanfall's mechanics will feel right at home. The gunplay is snappy and satisfying, and there's a wide range of guns to facilitate varying preferences on how you engage. There's also a gun range where you can test out the various tools the game has to offer so you can figure out where your strengths may lie. Call of Duty is an apt comparison considering Respawn Entertainment was founded by Infinity Ward alumni that left when it became obvious that Activision was being a bunch of greedy dick blisters. The more things change, the more things stay the same. Unfortunately, they went running to the arms of EA, so of course it has loot boxes and the typical array of Skinner box gambling mechanics. However, it's slightly forgivable considering that Apex Legends is entirely free to play should you decide to seek it out. There are no pay-to-win mechanics save for the ability to unlock all the extra characters right off the bat. Unlockables otherwise consist of cosmetics in the form of weapon and character skins, badge and notification customization, unlockable taunts and one-liners, and theatrical kills for opponents you've already disabled. Being the obsessive collector I am, it's minorly worth pointing out that there are physical disc-based versions floating around that provide a few incentives like skins and in-game currency right out of the box, but the free-to-play version is perfectly viable as far as I'm concerned. The package is overall very solid, but the biggest downside of the game is unless you are a god-tier player, you should try to have a friend or two already lined up to play this game with you. Being a squad-based game, if you go in with a solo mindset, you will likely get knocked sideways very quickly, and your success and failure rate becomes highly dependent on the quality of your teammates. Matchmaking is perfectly willing to accept single players and set them up with other singles or doubles, but I've seen teams fall apart and get decimated because one player wanted to go off on their own to kit themselves up with some of the best equipment, and then getting picked off when another team happened to notice them or their teammates when they were isolated. If you can only get one other friend, then you can also have the option of going into a match with a 2-man squad in duos format. You might be thinking that sounds like I recommend this game, and to be honest, I do. The game seems to be attempting multiple means of monetization, try saying that 5 times fast, but it's quite easily ignorable. The creators at Respawn continue to display that they know their craft, and as long as EA stays the out of their hair, then I might be willing to drop a few bucks on this down the line. I just wish whatever money I threw at it could be designated as to what percentage went to who. In my ideal world, EA could go pound sand while Respawn get whatever money I pay. In conclusion, there's a good time to be had here. Just make sure you keep a tight watch on your wallet if you're going to drop money on it, and make sure you're going in with someone you trust to watch your back in a firefight.